You know that moment when you suddenly feel available again? Not for dating, for plants. You wake up one day and realize your home needs more leaves, more softness, more life, more quiet friends who mind their business and purify the air. And suddenly you're scrolling Facebook Marketplace or standing in Lowe's at 9 p.m. But just like opening yourself to a new relationship, there are green flags and red flags you should probably check before bringing something living into your life. Because buying a plant is not like buying a candle. It's more like agreeing to a relationship trial period you didn't read the terms for. And that's what today's video is. The green flag, red flag guide to choosing the right plant so you don't accidentally adopt another botanical situationship. Before you bring home a plant, ask yourself the same question you'd ask before dating someone who wakes up at 4 a.m. to crush leg day. Am I attracted to the idea of this or the reality? Because most plant heartbreak doesn't come from pests, humidity, or soil. It comes from fantasy projection, falling in love with the image of a plant instead of the actual biological needs of the species. You see a stunning begonia glowing on Instagram, living her best life inside a rainforest spa, and suddenly your brain goes, yes, she will thrive in my air-conditioned cave. No, she will not. That's not compatibility. That's wishful thinking with a watering can. Plants don't run on looks. They run on energy budgets. Every plant has something called a light compensation point, the minimum amount of light it needs just to break even, not grow, just not die slowly. Below that line, your plant is basically living paycheck to paycheck on light. Photosynthesis isn't covering its expenses. It burns stored sugars just to stay alive. Growth slows, weakens, or stops. A low-light, tolerant plant like a snake plant or zuzi can survive on a tight budget, a calathea or a monstera. They need a raise. Compatibility equals your room staying above the plant's minimum energy budget. You don't need a greenhouse. You just need to know what your space is actually giving. Map your light by tracking how much light each spot gets in a full day and labeling it low, medium, bright, or direct sun. You can do this with a quick shadow test, a simple room sketch, or even a phone lux meter app. Yes, your phone can measure light. Once you see your light map, compatibility becomes obvious. No more forcing rainforest Devons into dungeon corners. Let's talk about a different kind of plant heartbreak. The one that doesn't come from fantasy, but from hero energy. Because sometimes you're not buying a plant, you're buying a project. Savior complex buying looks like grabbing rescue plants you do not have the skills for, convincing yourself the dramatic ones just need love, believing your care can reverse root rot, pests, trauma, and neglect. You're not buying a plant. You're adopting a rehab case you are not emotionally, financially, or energetically prepared for. And just like with people, sometimes broken isn't a phase. Sometimes broken is permanent. To spot a plant that cannot be saved, the signs are simple. Mushy stems equals internal collapse beyond saving. Brown, soft crowns means death starting at the core. Smell of sour soil equals anaerobic bacteria winning. Before getting the plant, ensure you can confidently point to one firm stem, one healthy root zone, and one living growth point. If the plant has more symptoms than leaves, you're not rescuing, you're inheriting a heartbreak. So, instead of buying plants to calm an emotion, pick plants that stabilize your environment and your energy. Stop shopping like a plant collector. Start choosing like a botanical designer. Wealthy homeowners and botanical designers understand something most plant buyers don't. Plants can regulate your energy, your mood, your focus, your sleep, and even your stress levels if you choose the right ones. When you choose plants this way, your home stops being a cluttered jungle and becomes a wellness system that's quietly taking care of you. If you want deeper sleep, choose plants that repair the night for you. Snake plants and aloe release oxygen at night and delete VOCs that mess with your REM cycles. Your bedroom feels calmer. Your breathing feels easier. You wake up softer. And none of those are rare plants. Choose your intention and then research which plants have properties to influence that intention. After all the red flags, here's the one green flag that matters most. A good plant doesn't drain you. It doesn't demand you become a different person. It doesn't make your home feel like a part-time job. A good plant makes your life lighter. It matches your rhythm. It calms your space. This is the relationship you're actually looking for. A challenging plant asks for effort and gives effort back. An incompatible plant feels like emotional labor. You give and tweak and adjust, and the plant is still like, I didn't ask to be here. The difference is reciprocity. When you commit to the right plant, the one that fits your environment, your rhythm, your energy, you unlock a world most people never experience. A world you only see in long-term relationships. Like the moment your Hoya finally blooms after years of trust, waxed stars opening at night, smelling like warm vanilla and honey at 2 a.m. Most people think Hoyas are just vines. These moments don't happen with impulse buys. So, before you bring home your next leafy crush, pause and ask yourself, am I falling in love with the plant in front of me or the fantasy in my head? I hope this video is helpful in the way you choose your next plant. See you in the next one.